And welcome everybody. I hope you guys are in.
Daddy, no!
Daddy, yes!
I just woke up.
Fallen forever!
Well,
This is Sparta!
welcome God fucking damn it! Welcome everybody to.
Sprite, Powerade Blue, vodka, and Sprite.
God damn. Welcome everybody to
Shutting down
the
believers.
campaign that is Ophirish, where I get together with my
Yeah.
friends from all over the world to play Dungeons and Dragons. Say hi, friends.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not
sorry,
sorry.
not sorry.
They're not sorry.
So, no new announcements today. Sorry for the late start. My dumbass fell asleep. We're not-
Please VR.
Yeah, fell asleep playing VR.
We are the world.
With the
Jesus. So, like I said, no new announcements today. So we can go ahead and hop right into the action right after our little video.
know the way.
Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten five, lost to time. Five heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Springs in the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last five heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten five, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay. The world keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. bodies have died.
And alright, let's go ahead and hop right back in where we left off last week. As you guys had aided Percy in his trials to become the Keeper of Time. You
You
guys
received emotional damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of
I
received a bit.
didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one who did.
Well, you're the only one who ran away from the problem.
Well, of course.
Mr. Twigman.
But as you guys have been transported to a liminal space outside of time and space as you had known it, you spent a good amount of time in there going up against Percy's great-grandfather, not great-great, helping him through his trial after a good couple of rounds of combat. Some of you getting pissed off for not being able to hit anything, some of you running away, and some of you more or less figuring out the whole mechanic behind the combat. You guys aided him and found yourself waking up right as you guys were getting ready to dock in the small town known as Silverspring, which is where we're going to go ahead and pick up as you guys are docking into the town. What would you like to do?
I don't know.
Tough
I'll
decision
probably just go see what they have.
So, I mean, like, you guys do dock. Like, you're currently docked.
What's up, Doc?
Jesus Christ.
How does the city looks?
It's a small little
we can
village.
see.
From what you can see. Maybe a couple dozen buildings. But, like, looking around, the whole atmosphere is kind of eerie because of all the fog and mist surrounding the town. Upon further inspection, the fog and mist is from the steam coming off of the hot springs littered throughout the entirety of the town.
About the buildings, are they looking like they're made more like poor, like the shacks, or they are looking more fine?
Average. Like, with how small the town is, there's not, like, really a poor or wealthy version of any building. It's kind of just like a middle class, if you will.
So it looks like they're living just fine.
Yeah.
Barely.
About the folk, how it
Did we
is
get
with
long
the
rest?
citizens?
How does it sit with the citizens?
Yeah, are they outside or they are mostly inside of the houses?
You do see a couple individuals moving around, not like fast or anything. I mean, they're taking their time. They're walking around.
Like they just
Did we
doing
get
their
long rest?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you guys, if you took damage inside, you didn't actually take any damage.
But if you would have died in there, you'd have died for real.
No.
Just like Matrix.
So
they're kind of just moving around at their own leisurely pace.
the dream scene got me. I can remember a thing. Can somebody help me to remember why are we here?
Roll me a history check to see if you remember.
Oh,
I'm gonna do the same because I don't remember.
them.
Never mind.
So, Cran, the reason why you came here as opposed to your original destination of Galehaven was Jack had heard some things from a guard inside of Sentinel's Rest Apparently, the entirety of Asha is protected or surrounded by a barrier. Uh, Impenetrable, impregnable. It
Oh,
appears,
the giant. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it appears to have seals on it, and there are three of them with very familiar sounding symbols. Each one sounds like they correspond to one of the three titans you saw take over Asha. And Jack had spotted something large and lumbering walking through the forest in this direction.
Mm, how is called that big thing where you looking when you're on the ship? I forgot. Bird's nest. Have we been
Yeah.
able to use that to maybe spot that giant when we've been on a ship yet before they can have
If you want, you can pop up into the crow's nest and try and take a look around.
a crow's nest? Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. I would like to do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Uh, Climbing up, taking your time to climb up. Go ahead and give me a perception check looking around. 16? Yeah, 16. I mean, you don't see anything at the moment in the area. I mean,
Yeah, damn this folk.
you see the birds flying off not too far in the distance. Yeah, nothing too terribly unusual.
Well, it seems that the giant is not present now. Hey guys, how about we talk to some town folks? Maybe they spotted him. They know more. Maybe.
Yeah, we can ask around.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hopping off of the boat. How many of you are leaving the boat?
I think everyone will be
there's-
more than happy to talk to a wooden burning man.
Good festival. Burning Man.
Hello, I'm on fire. Can you tell me where are the hot springs?
So, hopping off the boat and making your way into this small but quaint town, and really being able to look around at it, there are a good number of homesteads and little buildings. You do see one much larger building towards the center of town, and you do see a couple more, I wouldn't say like ostentatious, but definitely well built buildings. Um, and I mean there are a good couple dozen people walking around.
Hmm. Okay, I stopped the first person.
Okay,
You're going left, I'm going right. We should
perfect.
maybe talk to some more. Is somebody else
Okay.
going with us?
Yeah, Drax and Sang,
Yeah.
are you guys gonna split off onto your own to kind of cover more ground, or are you gonna tag team it with people?
Probably just go on my own way.
Okay.
Yeah, we can split up and then meet back together and we'll
Yeah.
discuss.
Is there any kind of point of interest where when we can meet up? Like, we will remember where to meet up.
I mean, yeah, there's the much larger building in more or less the center of town.
There's also the docks.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say in the docks.
Okay.
Alright, I need to roll something real quick. Okay.
Don't know what you were rolling.
Something for my subclass.
Okay. So, with each of you heading off in a separate direction and walking around, can I get each one of you guys to give me, let's call them let's say an investigation check. Trying to find people who look like they have the most amount of
Sure.
information.
Not sure how well will I do. Okay, 20 for me.
Okay. So we'll start off with Cran. As you make your way throughout the town, trying to find people who look like they would have the most information, you do end up stopping a elderly elven male in a what looks like a long flowing robe.
Well, good day, sir. How it's going?
Hello?
Um, I'm kind of new here around this part of the city, and I'm wondering if you haven't spotted something weird, well, lately.
Can't say that I have. I've only been here about 2 days myself.
Oh, are you traveler as well?
Yes. The
And
springs
from
do
where are you
wonders for
going?
my old achy bones.
Ah, that sounds, so you know maybe where is, well, everything around here? How about the shop or tavern?
I mean, the town is quite small. You can find everything pretty quickly.
Uh-huh. Well, if you meet up with something weird, not up to your expectations, um, I don't know how he could call me. Well, scream.
Maybe.
All
Maybe.
right,
Something
have
like
a nice
this.
one.
Jesus.
Mm, So, I'll leave you to it, to your visit. Have a nice day, sir.
You too. And you watch him, he does kind of waddle off. And upon a little bit further inspection, the long flowy robe that you thought he was wearing is more or less like a bathrobe. It appears he just got done in one of the hot springs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, they're not that far, at least.
continuing on your journey throughout your little sector of the town, go ahead and give me another perception or investigation check, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Now, Sang,
Yes.
as you make your way through your sector of town, looking around for somebody who appears to have any sort of information about what's going on, you do spot a uh, younger female dragonborn as she's kind of making her way through the town.
What kind of creature are you?
Dragonborn? You, you've encountered Dragonborn before.
Oh shit.
There were a good few all throughout the world.
But I never encounter a female.
Fair enough. I mean, it doesn't look too far off from a male, just a little bit slimmer.
Mm-hmm.
But you can approach her if you want, or you can kind of just keep an eye on her and watch from afar.
Probably.
Ah, yes. Stare at the woman from across the street and follow her.
You fucking stalker. Hello. What is your name?
My name? Why do you want
Yes.
to know?
Because I never encountered a bloodborne before.
Dragonborn.
Well, not in your kind. Mainly the ones I've seen before, but you are a female. I never encountered you before.
Yeah, no, I'm good. You have fun with whatever you're trying to do.
Bye.
She's gonna briskly walk away from that conversation. As you continue on with yours, go ahead and give me another perception check or investigation.
And
Damn. Okay. We'll come back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Drax,
Yo.
you being a little bit more, I guess you could say, normal, instead of trying to approach the first female you've seen, apparently. Uh, you do end up stopping one of the guards around town. The guards here are wearing I wouldn't say very familiar, but a familiar set of armor. Same armor as the guards from Sentinel's Rest.
Hey, how's it going?
And by the way, it is a like middle-aged human male. It's going. What can I do for you today?
We heard from Sentinel's Rest that there was something weird going on here.
There's something weird going on everywhere. You got to be a little bit more specific.
That's specific here. Something about the hot springs.
Yeah, I mean, the springs, unfortunately, aren't what they were even a couple of months ago. Less and less effective every day. I mean, the main hot spring, you could sit in there with a broken bone and it would be healed within 10 minutes. Now, I mean, yeah, it'll still heal a broken bone, but you're looking at sitting in the hot spring for an hour.
Can you show me where these hot springs are?
The big building in the center of town. It is kind of the main attraction of this town.
Where does the water come from for the springs, though?
We believe that it comes from a underground source, as there are hot springs littering this area of the country.
Do you know, like, is there an entrance to it anywhere? Do you know?
We haven't really fucked around with it. Been too afraid to disrupt the ecosystem, whatever is giving it its healing factors.
You say we haven't, so that means someone has.
Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, there have been a couple of expeditions to try and figure it out, but none have really said anything.
Can you point me to the way to someone that's been on one of these expeditions?
Honestly, mostly just explorers from around the country, around the continent. Everyone
here?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I just got here for my 3-month duty within the last week.
Do you know anyone else that's been here longer that I could talk to?
I mean, if you're looking for information, I would say go ahead and go talk to the chief of the town.
Where can I find him at?
If you look down over there, you see him, he's kind of pointing off near the same direction as the hot springs. You'll find the city hall down there. Look for the nicer building. It's where all the meetings are held and everything like that.
Okay, thank you, sir. I will go talk to the chief.
Thank you for your time. I need to pull up my
Thanks for the help.
information on this town. And then as you make your way off towards the city hall, we'll come over to Jack, who got a dirty 20. Jack, as you're making your way around, you do spot a couple individuals who appear to be wearing a bit more ostentatious clothing. They are very well put together.
Okay. Just little detail, as I walk through the town, I was shuffling through my card deck and just putting different cards like to the front and to the back, just going through it.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can I ask you something?
You can ask, don't know if I can help. It is a older dwarven individual.
So I'm looking down on him. Okay. Have you seen any giants around these parts?
What kind of giants?
A really big giant.
I mean, storm giants roll through here quite a bit, like in the general area.
I'm asking because we've been on a different island and we spotted something really big roaming around this area.
Hmm.
And we
Talking
also heard
about
about the
that
hot
figure.
springs being damaged or something like that.
I haven't spotted the Titan in a minute. At least not
So it
today.
is here.
It's somewhere in the forest. Don't know how it manages to disappear with being so big, but yeah, it's out in the forest somewhere.
Can you tell me how does it look like? The Titan.
I mean, the few who have been able to get a glimpse of it up close say it looks like a massive lumbering skeleton.
Oh shoot.
But those who do see it up close tend to come back a little changed.
So there are people who saw it.
Yeah, but
Can you tell me where can I find them?
the graveyard.
So they were changed in the way that they died.
Well, for the most part, those who have seen him tend to end up going a little mad.
I crouch down. What kind of mad?
You don't have to get down on my level. I'm used to looking up towards you big folk.
No, I thought it'd be more comfortable for you.
I'm used to it. Well, tell you what, I'm on my way to go meet with the chieftain of the town. Actually, to discuss this issue. If you would like to come along with me.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I mean, do you plan on helping us with this issue?
We would like to.
We.
Oh yes, I came with a group.
Better than most people have. Most people try and come solo and deal with whatever the fuck is out there.
I think we have to find that Titan you mentioned anyway, so helping the people of this town fixing the springs and whatnot could be, I don't know, thing we can do.
Alright. Well then, follow me. And you follow behind him. it's along your path that you actually end up running into Cranberry, who is kind of looking around more or less bewildered, trying to spot anyone that might have an ounce of information that would help.
Wait a minute. Cran! Hey, buddy!
Yeah?
Look, I met this dwarf guy, and he said that he's going to the town's chieftain, and
He
he's
knew
about...
something? Finally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, the big thing I spotted is the big skeleton titan from Avarish. Or Asha.
That's as pleasant as it's not.
No,
Wonderful.
and what's strange is that it's roaming in the woods, but also it's not, because it keeps on appearing and disappearing. I don't know myself. So, I'm going to follow him to, I believe, Town's Hall. Anyway, you can get the rest of the group and ask them what they found out, and if nothing, or I don't know, you can come and join me.
To the town hall, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's where we're heading.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Charles to go find Drax, and I'm gonna find Sang.
Y- You know what? I'm gonna ask him. Where are we going again?
The town hall.
Yeah, so there.
You thought so.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
we'll meet there. See you later.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Cran, go ahead and give me a quick investigation check to see if you can spot. You said you're looking for Sang,
Yes.
and you're sending Charles for Drax.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check and then roll a d20 plus 6.
Is Charles the little lizard he has?
Yes.
Mm,
I don't like how this sounds.
Okay.
I like what I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's actually perfect because Drax,
Ha!
as you start making your way back towards the town hall, which looking at it, like when I say ostentatious and well built, it's the town hall is very in tune with nature. It looks like something that was once a part of a massive tree that had fallen over, using the massive stump as the base of the building. Everything kind of looks like it's entwined and woven through. The wood and the stone are seamless, and it's very pretty looking. And as you get closer, you do see Sang kind of more or less walking in a circle as he's looking around.
They sang.
Yeah.
I'm about to go into town hall and talk to the chieftain. You want to come with?
Eh, yeah, might as well.
Have you seen Cran and Jack?
I have not. Have you?
No.
You think we should go look for them and then have them come with us, or?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
All right.
It's
I mean, we could wait here. It's a small town. They should
I
Yeah.
was
come
gonna
around
say
here eventually.
it's right about then, Drax. You feel something small but weighty climb up your back and get onto your shoulder,
What the hell?
and you see a approximately 8-inch long, 8-legged salamander. And you do speak
Oh.
Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
So, Cran is looking for you. And that one. apparently we're going to the town hall to talk with the chieftain.
Oh, well, awesome. Because that's what I was about to do it.
Perfect. Then
Back and tell him.
you are dying, by the way.
Huh?
Your audio and video is dying.
Connection.
Oh. Is it better now?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I said go tell Cranberry that we're waiting. We'll wait out front for him.
Okay. And Cran, as you kind of make your way around, even with your really good perception check, you make your way around the small town. I mean, getting around the town, it'll take you like 5 minutes to walk from one end to the other. It is small. It's not a very big town.
Mhm.
But you do feel Charles run up your chest and into your pocket. They're already on their way over to the town hall. They're basically right next to it.
Oh, you found them both?
Yeah, they work together.
Interesting. Alright, let's get there as well. Shall we?
All right. So with everybody making their way over to the town hall, if anybody wants, well, Cran especially, since you're making your way through the town, you can go ahead and give me one more perception check to look at the buildings as you pass by, see if there's anything of note.
Including
No,
me.
you're. Yeah. Cran.
Shucks.
Yeah, you got too distracted by something shiny off in the distance. Not quite sure what it was, but before you know it, you're approaching the town hall. Jack, it's weird. For such a small town, they have a lot, and I mean a lot of herbalist and medicinal shops.
Ooh.
Like for every 3 buildings you see, there is at least one herbalist shop.
This seems like a very medicine-based town.
There are a couple general stores and, one small smithery or smithy kind of tucked away. But for the most part, it's going to be mostly medicinal shops.
Hmm.
But as you finish looking around and you approach the town hall, you do see more or less the whole crew. Coming up shortly behind you will be Cranberry.
Oh, hey guys.
So, where are we here?
Where have you guys been at?
Looking for answers.
Yeah,
Me
I've
and-
met
me
this
and,
lovely gentleman.
Drax were about to go to the town hall. If you guys wanted to tag along.
Well, we actually wanted you to tag along with us, but if you put it that way, let's tag along.
God damn it.
Drax.
I think he died.
I think you did.
I didn't die.
Captain!
I found cranberry and the other. The
I'm
twig
standing
man.
right next to you. I know.
Sorry, you thought for a minute you died.
I think you shouldn't drink as much, Sang. The last guy that was with us, he drank too much and then he died.
But you don't know
Poor
what I was
Merlin.
drinking.
Yeah.
The Ember of Us.
Well, I guess if this is everyone, then we can go ahead and make our way inside and meet with the chieftain.
That's wonderful.
And I don't remember, I might have misspoke earlier, Drax. but the chieftain is a female.
You didn't say that.
Okay. Well, she is waiting for me, so let's go ahead and make our way inside, I guess.
Sure.
Following behind the
Let's.
dwarven individual, making your way inside. Inside the building, the interior is very nature and medicinal themed. Like Jack, you can appreciate this. There are medicinal leaves growing inside the city hall on just about every surface that they can.
I'm gonna touch one of the leaves.
Go ahead and roll me. Let's call it a. I guess it would be a wisdom save or wisdom. Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay.
Your will over the fire.
Okay, give me a second.
You manage to cull the flames enough to where you feel like you might be able to touch this, and reaching out to touch it, you do manage to grab it without setting it on fire. If you want, you can go ahead and give me a nature check to discern what type of medicinal leaf this is.
I will. $12.
It's a medicinal leaf for sure. It's part of a specific family that is well known for its properties in salves. Helps with burns.
What a coincidence. Can you help me?
But
What happened?
he found a leaf that, when used in a salve, has the kind of same properties that you would want for like a burn wound.
Oh. I see.
I definitely have to ask people about this.
Fuck, I never flushed her out as what the fuck she is. Cool, I get to make it up. But sitting in the center, kind of pacing around, looking at the leaves and tending to essentially the garden, you do see a more or less middle-aged wood elf with long bark brown hair, tan tawny skin, and in what looks like a mantle of leaves. All sorts of different types of medicinal leaves.
Oh. Hi.
Oh, hello. Was not expecting this many people. Draymare, you found people and just brought them in? Yes, my lady. They say they want to help out with our little big problem. Oh,
Wait, this is the chieftain?
hi. Yes, I am the chieftain of this town, and my name is Seraphina Brightwater.
Oh. Pleasure to meet you.
A wood elf with a water elf name, huh?
Mm-hmm. Creative.
That's different.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Exactly. I thought the name was pretty, so there we are.
So what was the name again?
Seraphina Brightwater.
Mm.
What was with that moan?
Nothing.
God. Jack is getting... Jack has a nice little twig
He
going.
can't even.
He's been jumping into the sea for quite some time, so he obviously likes somebody who is cold by the water.
Fair. So...
Just watch him to not jump after.
Jesus Christ.
I can burn somebody just by touching them.
Jesus. So, yeah. And you guys are... Who are you people?
We're adventurers. We just came from Sentinel's Rest. They told us about what was going on, and they told my friend here
It's
saw a
bad.
Vault Titan.
We do have a name now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did we discuss it among the group?
No.
It's been thrown around a few times, though.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Forgotten Five.
Well, I only count 4. Did you forget one?
No, he's guarding the ship.
no, he's doing his trials still. Remember?
No, he's
No.
Oh,
yeah. You
We
guys helped
helped
him
him
with his
with that.
final trial.
So there's
Okay.
there's technically 6 of us, but that's just a detail.
The Forgotten 5, but there's only 4, but there's actually 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So you heard a little bit about what's going on from the people over at Sentinel's Rest. Okay.
Yes.
and one of your guards here.
Well, the guards here are
And
the guards from Sentinel's
this lovely
Rest, so...
dwarven gentleman.
Yes, okay. So, we do have an issue at hand, yes. And we've been trying to deal with it a little bit more, I guess you could say covertly, as to not, I guess, arouse suspicion amongst the townsfolk.
What's the
But
matter?
it really doesn't matter. They've seen it from afar. They know that the springs aren't doing good right now. We're not entirely sure what's going on. We just know that things started lining up, and we have a sneaking suspicion that whatever that monstrosity is off in the forest is either tainting or damaging our water source for the springs.
Where's the water source for the springs anyway?
The water source, surprisingly, is actually deep underground, and unfortunately, we didn't know when we made it, but it is under a graveyard.
Oh, so it's underneath the graveyard of the town.
Right.
We discovered the water source when we needed to dig a crypt. So we stopped burying our dead there, as to try and not to taint the water with decomposing bodies.
Yeah, so technically you are
decomposing
bathing
bodies.
in a healing water that comes from dead bodies.
The water was there long before the bodies were.
And dead
So
bodies will
kinda.
not taint water, especially magical springs.
So we don't know where this lumbering monstrosity is at the moment, or where it has been. We
But
just
you said that you stopped burying bodies there, but there are still the bodies that you buried earlier, right?
correct.
So there are still dead bodies there.
We discovered though the water source in its exact position approximately 700 years ago. So anybody there is long since decomposed.
Who all was buried there? How many people are we talking?
I mean, our little town is only. It's actually a decent age. It's older than the country, that is for sure. Our little town is about 3,000 years old, so a good number of individuals were buried there. What are you trying to figure out there, Jack?
What if the ghosts of the dead people are actually going around the springs and healing those that are now living in the town?
It may have amplified it, but the properties were there long before the dead were.
What if the water is using their life force to heal the living?
I don't think that's what's going on, Jack.
Oh my god.
Jack over here with his conspiracy theories.
Yeah. The funniest thing that every time I try to roll for intelligence is fucking low.
Uh-huh.
So I just run along with it.
So you said all this started when the Bone Titan started walking around?
More or less around the same time. We noticed these springs were getting worse. And then a couple of weeks, if not right about a month later, we had our first sighting of that.
And how does it disappear?
What does
You're-
it do?
It,
Where does it disappear?
for what it does, it just appears, walks through the forest, and then disappears. Like it never existed.
Yeah, but in what area on this island does it appear? And
You're on the
in
you're on the
which?
mainland of the continent.
Okay, so around this area.
I mean, it appears off in the east or north east. Yeah, off in the northeast. Sometimes it'll appear over there. Sometimes it'll appear off in the northwest or in the direct west, and it just kind of walks through the forest and then just disappears. It'll walk through.
And
for
how far from the current graveyard?
Honestly, depends on the sighting. Sometimes maybe a couple hundred yards. Sometimes a good distance. I mean, it is a rather large figure, so you can see it from a good distance when it does decide to show up.
Hold on a second. You said that you were looking for a crypt when you discovered the water source, right?
We were building a crypt when we discovered
Building.
the water source.
Are there any underground graveyards or burial places throughout the forest?
Throughout the forest? No, that was going to be the first crypt. We now have a crypt just down the street from here for the dead.
And isn't there a wild animal that's running around and killing people at night? Because, I mean, it's a big skeleton, so maybe it's drawn to death and murder, maybe?
No, I mean, we have elderly who die frequently. We have adventurers who come through here with wounds too grievous even for the waters to heal when they were at their best. We have animals that die. I mean, we don't have anything like murder going on. The closest thing is those who get too close to the monstrosity wandering through the forest, they'll come back, and within a day or two, they're more or less a withered corpse.
Are there any people that saw the big titan and came back?
Up close?
We will look around.
I was gonna say up close and came back and is currently alive? No. Plenty of the villagers around here have seen it from afar, like I have.
So anyone who saw it from up close died. Or?
Yes, or went mad and is currently in a state of, I guess you'd say, like a vegetative coma.
Maybe we can ask those people something. A few questions.
You're not gonna get anything out of them.
I'm optimistic.
And I'm persuasive.
You know,
Sometimes.
you're more than welcome to try, but these individuals haven't said or uttered a word since they saw it.
Did you try to ask plants around?
Plants? Yes.
Yeah.
We do have a good number of druids residing amongst us. As
Oh, you
our-
do?
Well, our town is very intertwined with nature, so it is only sensible that the local druids come in and tend to our medicinal herbs and plants as well as our crops in exchange for time in the spring. Tell you what, I can't offer much in the way of material compensation, but if you're willing to, if you can deal with this issue, we can compensate you with, let's say, a year's worth of free visits to the spring.
Have you ever treated severe burns? And I smile as bright as I can.
With the flames flickering and expanding on your head with the smile, she looks towards you. Can't say that we've treated them as severe as yours, but we have definitely treated severe burns.
I tried to go underwater, but then it just rekindled.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we've treated burn survivors from dragon attacks before. So, would you be willing to aid us in our endeavor for the pittance of a year's worth of visits?
Sure.
I'm down.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh wait, you're the one who's tending to the plants in here?
Yes, these are my personal treasures, if you will.
Because I have a question, and I will take one of the red leaves on my body. Can
Okay.
you tell me what this is?
I can try. Do. It's actually not bad. From my experience, that would appears to be a hellborn plant. I'm not too familiar
Yeah.
with the specific genealogy or species, but it does appear to be of hellish nature. That's about
Yeah,
what I can
big
tell you.
white bleeding tree in hell. I was just wondering if you could tell me something more.
Unfortunately, I can't. I'm not too experienced with the hellish plants, especially with how quickly they decide to adapt, change, and evolve.
Oh.
Are there any other questions I can attempt to help answer?
Does that mean
Where?
that... Okay, no.
Where's the entrance to the underground spring? The crypt.
Approximately half a day's walk to the northeast. It's very difficult to miss.
And you said the northeast is where the Titan has been seen, right?
It has been seen over there, but it's also been seen to the west, to the north, just kind of along
Well,
the.
how far do they stretch underground?
Going down,
No, like around. Like how big is the underground source?
the underground well, I mean, we don't know how big, we just know its location. Um, it's approximately about 500 feet underground. But we're also pretty sure that it's the same water source for all of the springs in the area. And he's dealing with children. Gotta love kids, right?
You will leave this room and let Daddy play D&D, or you will inherit nothing.
I have to have something for them to inherit something.
The nicest one of you will inherit my PC.
I have 2 now.
And how many kids?
4.
The nicest 2 of
Need
you will
3
inherit
more.
my PCs.
So you guys don't know how far it stretches, but it's about 500 feet underground.
Correct.
Would the plants know?
We've attempted to ask and can't say that we've gotten a direct answer. More or less, we get kind of the same answer around. Don't know how big or how deep it truly stretches, but we know that at least the entrance that we found is about 500 feet down. It has to be pretty big because, like I said, we believe it to supply all of the springs in the area. Anything else I can help out with?
Are the springs
No.
magical?
We've had them tested for magic. Some are, some aren't.
Stupid question.
It kind of just
Because I am stupid, fuck off.
it kind of just depends. I mean, the ones that are more magical in nature, you will find more fauna around the area that can be used for things more akin to a healing potion rather than a
How about the
healing salve.
ones here in town? How potent are they?
The mainspring, it's pretty potent. The little ones around town, I mean, they're all pretty potent. I mean, they were at least. But the mainspring being the largest of the ones that we found was the reason why it was settled around.
Well, I think it's time for us to go underground and see if we can find anything.
Okay.
Let's dig a hole.
Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole.
Not sure
Hole's
if
already
the
dug.
I'm not sure if it hasn't caved in yet. We haven't checked on it in a couple of decades. Been
Yeah,
a little
we'll
a
find
little
out.
busy here.
Let's find a dwarf.
The dwarf is
We have a dwarf.
I'm not
We
that
have
kind of
a
dwarf. I am
Oh, we have. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed you.
yeah, you're kind of tall there, buddy, so not hard to miss me. I'm not the diggy diggy hole type dwarf. I'll make you one hell of a healing salve type of dwarf.
Still missed you.
So, I mean, if you're looking for excavators and whatnot. I mean, you could check out the Laborers Guild in town. Maybe.
Well, let's go see if it's caved in first. There's no point in dragging all them with us if there's nothing for them to do.
Fair enough. Like I said, about a half a day's walk to the northeast. Just follow the path. You'll know when you find it when you see the graveyard. It's not hard to miss.
I just hope you don't have any crystal dragons in here.
Crystal Dragon? No.
Yeah. The last one we encountered sent me and my friend to hell, so I'm just making sure.
I mean, if you go too far south, you might run into a red dragon. But he's alright. Can be kind of a
Are there
dick
any-
at times.
Are there any creatures we should worry about in the forest on the way there?
No, not. I wouldn't say worry about, but the native species around here, having both bathed and drank from the springs, they tend to be a bit more hardy. So, do keep that in mind in case you try to hunt or in case you do come across something like a bear or a dire bear. Might be a little bit harder to take down than the average one.
Well, thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you for your aid.
Don't thank us yet. We haven't done anything.
I'm thanking you just in case you don't come back.
You think
We
we wouldn't?
always come back, right?
Famous
We got
last
split
words.
up. Went to hell. They came back, so I think we'll be okay.
If you say so. And she's gonna go ahead and turn around and go back to tending some of the plants around her.
I'm gonna walk when I walk outside. I'm gonna whistle for the displacer beast. It's on the boat.
Okay. About a minute later, with a lot of screaming, it bounds up to you.
Come on, little buddy. We're going on an adventure, girl.
Yay. Hunting.
Aw, she's so cute.
Jack, don't touch. She'll eat you.
I was just
Not touching.
edible.
Not like you, less spicy.
Yeah, bland taste buds from all the years spent in the Shadowfell.
Not that kind of spicy. I mean the internal hot spicy.
Is she
Oh.
talking again about eating me?
Yeah, but don't worry, she's not gonna eat you.
I hope she will not.
So, take it you're gonna go ahead and mount your displacer beast.
I wasn't really gonna mount her. I was just gonna let her walk with us.
Tag along. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Never know when you can need an illusion.
Fair. So, before anything else, is there anything you want to do in town prior to heading out?
I'm gonna take a quick dip and drink of the fucking spring.
Okay.
Like 30 minutes. Just to heal up my fucking collarbone and shit.
By
Okay.
the way,
Because,
what
you know,
time it is?
I still have that fucking wound from that goddamn merchant.
Mm-hmm. And as for the time, it's give or take like mid-morning. It would be like right around 10 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
Making your way over, you're going to the main spring then?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to go and take a dip into the main spring?
Yeah, why not?
Sang?
Might as well.
Jack, take it you're gonna tag along too.
Where are we going?
The main hot
Spring.
spring.
Yeah.
Okay. Making your way over there, there is a queue. But it's a pretty quickly moving queue. As you approach the counter, you all are greeted with a younger, red-skinned tiefling male. How many, and for how long?
Um, all 5 of us.
There's only 4 of us.
Laser Beast.
You're
You
counting.
think she
Okay.
they will let her into the spring?
They'll let her in.
Yeah. I mean, pets, companion animals. I mean, we get adventurers through here all the time with some very strange companion animals. I actually just recently met one with a pet rock. So,
What was the rock called? Like, if you would know.
Nut Splitter.
I believe the rock's name was Gale.
That sounds cool.
Don't worry, I'll find you a cool rock when we're out, Jack.
I'm gonna find myself a cool rock.
Not that kind of rock. I'm talking about the giant bird. The monster, the rock, not a legit rock. R-O-K, not R-O-C-K.
I understood rock as a stone rock, so I'm gonna find a rock.
You want
Okay.
a bird?
No bird, I just want a stone.
Alright. We can deal with
And the
that one
tiefling
then.
man a bird?
So 5 of you with including your companion. For how long?
What do you guys say, about an hour?
Yeah.
About an hour. Okay. So 5 for an hour. Looks like it'll run you right about 10 gold.
What each?
10 gold for the group. It is 2 gold per hour per
Good.
person.
I'll
Okay.
toss a platinum.
Okay.
Thank you kindly. You can go ahead and make your way inside. There is a changing room with some nice chilled refreshments before you head in, and then again when you come out.
Okay.
Making your
Go
way
in,
in. Okay.
change, and fucking just sink, just like up to my fucking neck.
Okay. Obviously, this is essentially a nude hot spring. You know, you're going in and just letting everything be washed away.
I'm
How
keeping
about
my hat.
coat? No, I'm
So-
serious.
So,
How about my coat? Wanna damage me anyhow? As the environment will be hotter. You know, the coat, the freezing one.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Let's melt! Okay.
Gonna take the coat off.
I don't know how it feels taking it off. Bad, not bad.
Okay. So as you all get down into your birthday suit and sink nice and slowly into the hot spring. 1. Each of you can go ahead and roll a d6 and subtract that many points from your sanity.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Not really hell yeah. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, Jack!
Holy shit.
I'm sane again! Almost.
That's not that bad.
So yes, each of
From
you can...
14 to 8.
Honest, I
Saying,
had
I think yours
exactly
might be...
3 sanity points. So I'm at 0. Wait, does it mean I'm losing the cards? Or I'm...
Yes, you no longer have the ill effects.
No, okay. How do I lose the car?
Don't remember off the top of my head.
I just
Just
I just
ignore
did it.
them for now.
No, I just put them out of the deck, but they are now at the map.
Right click
Just
and take
remove the
Right-click
card.
and hit.
Okay, thanks, thanks. Okay.
Saying you didn't have very many to begin with, and you rolled a 5, so you are back to being normal. I think you only had like 4 sanity points or something like
We're
that.
normal, Sank.
Do I
I'm
keep
still-
my
We're
card?
not crazy.
Yeah, you lost 1 point. If you have any cards that are 1 point, you can go ahead and discard 1.
No, I have only one that is 2.
Okay, then you hold on to it.
Where are the cards anyway?
Above your profile on yeah. You just open it, then you put it out on the map,
Oh,
and then you
fuck,
can remove them.
That hurt. Oh, I just bumped my cut. Ow. Damn it.
Hold on.
So, for those of you who did not have any injuries that were still healing, after your full hour's soak, you gain a plus 10 temporary HP, and you also gain advantage on wisdom and intelligence saves.
Would it anyhow be helpful to the scar I had from the encounter with my blade? Or it's not?
No, the spring does not aid with removal of scars, it just aids with healing of wounds.
Okay, so nothing about that. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So, for those of you who were uninjured, like I said, you get plus 10 temporary HP and advantage on wisdom and intelligence save. Drax, after your full hour-long bath, it's weird, you slowly feel your collarbone and shoulder aligning and mending itself together how it should be. You do not get the benefit of the plus 10 temporary HP. However, you do get the advantage on the wisdom and intelligence save throw.
Woohoo!
But it is, and Cran, even without the jacket, it's not hot. Like, it's not like a temperature where you feel like you're gonna melt. It's very calm and relaxing. It's a soothing warm, not a
Am I steaming?
boiler. No, but Jack is.
Alright.
I'm making the water hotter,
Surprisingly, no.
but I'm steaming.
And even your hands that are on fire are still on fire underneath the water.
That's cool. And concerning at the same time.
Sang, you feel at home in this nice warm water. Like you could dissolve yourself into it and become one with it.
That one speech from Bruce Lee, become the water.
But overall, it is a very nice and relaxing experience. No complaints from anybody. Feel relaxed and limber. As your time starts to approach the end, you guys go ahead and hop out, get dressed. Do you grab any of the beverages?
Yeah, we'll take it.
What do we have?
There is chilled milk, iced tea, and iced coffee.
Could I put it into my hat?
You can.
I will.
Just don't put too many in your hat because you might
What,
fall over.
What are you grabbing and putting in your hat?
Everything.
Okay. Like how many of everything? There's a few.
I guess one of each.
Okay. So grabbing one of the milks, one of the teas, and one of the coffees.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm gonna taste the iced coffee, I believe for the first time.
Okay.
I don't think I ever had that.
You have not had coffee before. Iced coffee.
I don't know, is it normal in your world? Like you could get it in every tavern? It kind of depends.
Coffee, no.
It's kind of exotic.
Yeah, the coffee is more for, I guess you'd say, well-off towns or aristocratic individuals. But the lower class does have something akin to coffee. They call it mud water.
Yeah.
It's more or less the same thing, just different. Uses a different type of bean. But coffee, no. I would say you guys haven't really been to areas that would have coffee readily available, unless you were
Well-
talking to the rich and wealthy of the area.
No, I don't think so. But what's more, it's iced one.
Mhm.
So that would be
I
a
want to
bit
try it
special.
too.
You're
You've
gonna
been
try
putting
it
it to
too.
your head.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay.
If I don't like it iced, I'm just going to heat it up.
Okay. So
Heresy.
everybody having a coffee then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It smells strange.
As all of you, for the first time, because yeah, none of you are in the rich or wealthy category and haven't really spent any time amongst the affluent. So this would be everybody's first time having coffee. As you all feel this rich liquid hit your tongue, first thing you note is, unlike IRL, the coffee is sweet. It not overly, just mildly sweet. Little notes of honey in the back, and you get that kind of tingle on your tongue. And as you finish the glass, two things of note. If any of you would like, you do see what looks to be arcane markings on the glass. So if you want,
Yes.
you can do a arcana check for understanding of them.
Wait, I get
Can I do
advantage
that
on
too?
that because
Well-
it's intelligence. So
Everyone gets an advantage.
God damn. I got the biggest bonus.
Well, with
That's
Oh,
with
no.
both of your
12 is
advantages,
still.
you get 20s.
What?
That's why there's two numbers on them when you roll them.
Oh, right. So 12 and 11. Oh, right. Okay, okay.
yeah, I know. I forgot that too. That's why I rolled 2 of them.
Yeah. So, okay. For those of you who got 20s, looking at it, it is a arcane sigil that would typically be used for like chill touch or fuck, what is that spell called? It's like frost lance or something like that.
I know
Yeah,
there's
no,
frost knife. Or ice knife.
But
That's not that.
slightly modified, and kind of taking a second to understand a little bit more. This sigil is used to keep the glasses and its contents cold.
This kind of glyph.
Did you send a picture? Let me open up my Discord on my phone. But yeah,
Something like wart.
One of these days, you see a beautiful portrait. What do we see in the portrait? You want me to send a picture?
yeah, one of these days I'll get to that point and just have shit on deck for it. But first and foremost, as the coffee finally hits your system, for the next 6 hours, you gain a speed boost to your base movement speed of 10 feet.
Sugar
As-
rush.
As you get the jitters, more or less.
So 10 feet plus what?
Plus, this is the only downside. At the end of the 6 hours, I will need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw, or get the coffee shits.
No.
Or get what?
It's the coffee haste.
Coffee shits.
What do I get?
Oh.
Flaming diarrhea.
Nah,
But
I don't have a hole in the back.
No, I'll say for you. I'll say for
Instead
you.
of
You kind of
dropping
just
magma
shit.
logs.
I was
Very
thinking it would be more
violent
like
shedding of leaves.
yeah, very violent shedding of leaves. I was gonna say it was gonna be more like mulch or something like that.
His bark starts to fall off.
Imagine a hell plant getting a shitty diarrhea from coffee.
Oh, oh, that would be
I'm
horrible.
going to shit blood.
And it's not even yours.
Damn. Damn.
But
All those screaming souls inside. Why,
Yes.
coffee? Why?
oh. But you guys gather your belongings and make your way out of the bathhouse. Getting ready to set off on your adventure is where we're going to go ahead and go to break. We'll be back here in about 10 or 15 minutes, guys. Go ahead and go get yourself something to drink, something to eat, and use the restroom, and we will see you here shortly.
Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten five, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Screams in the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the Forgotten Five, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the Forgotten Five, lost to time. Five heroes of the Forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Her light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last five heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the Forgotten Five, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the Forgotten Five, in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten 5, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. The flames have died, the wind is still. The dead awaken, bound by their will. Through cursed lands we charge with fury. No hope for salvation, just endless misery. Blood rains down as the stars lose their light. Light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never salvation, just endless misery. And blood rains down as the stars lose their light. An army of undead rises to claim the night. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. In the darkness, souls turn to ash. The eclipse consumes, there's no turning back. We are the few, the chosen, the last 5 heroes of the forgotten, echoes of the past. The blue sun eclipse casts its shadow wide. We are the forgotten 5, standing side by side. The army of undead roars with decay, but we'll keep fighting until our final day. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed. Beneath the blue sun eclipse, the skies have died. The light is swallowed and the shadows rise. We are the forgotten 5, lost to time. 5 heroes of the forgotten, trapped in the grind. Feel the tremors as the earth begins to bleed. An army of undead answers the Dark King's creed. Heavy is the burden of calamity. We bear the weight of endless tragedy. In this cursed night we fight and bleed for a dawn that may never be freed.
And welcome back, everybody. We hope you guys enjoyed your break as much, if not more, than we did. Our good old buddy Sang.
did.
Jesus Christ. God damn it. That caught me off guard.
And that's how you break your DM.
Jesus. So, if you can't tell, our good buddy Sang had to dip out early. Unfortunately. Oh, my camera's a little wonky. No. There we go. So, yeah, we had to dip out early, so for now it'll just be us 4 to finish up the rest of this session. So, you guys leaving the communal bathhouse and having your coffee and whatnot, set out on your journey. About a half a day's walk to the northeast to get to the crypt
Aha, but
slash
we have haste now.
an additional 10 feet of movement.
Not entirely a haste.
Yeah. Little boost. Little boost.
Better nothing.
Still about a half a day's journey, so you'll shave off like 30 minutes tops.
We can turn into a horse if we want to travel fast.
Have you ever seen it? Oh yeah, you did.
I mean,
Have you ever tried it?
Yes.
Well, you can turn into the horse. Drax God has,
displacer
I mean,
beast.
yeah, I got the
Animal.
Displacer Beast.
and I do too have
You got Charles.
Charles.
So, is that the plan?
Does Sang need a ride?
Well, he can help with me,
So,
or he can help on you.
Well,
You love him.
as a horse, plus the 10 feet, I will have 70 feet of movement.
did you give Charles any of the coffee?
I don't know. Did he wanted some?
We can kind of retcon a little bit. You could have given him some, yeah.
Okay. I did then.
Okay. Then Charles has 100 feet of movement speed.
Cool.
And the displacer
as
beast
fuck.
has how much?
Fuck. Let me go and look. Displacer beast, where are you? And I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Did I see a dire wolf?
Where?
I think I did.
I
I
don't think.
believe that in the start.
Goddamn,
we
I
had
can't
a
change
lot of-
into it.
When you had a lot of meetings at your night patrols with Fred, that you met
Yeah,
a lot of
you
animals.
have met a good number of animals.
Yeah.
The displacer
Dire
beast will have
wolf
50
was
feet of
What
movement
about a
speed.
deer? Maybe deer is faster. 50, no. Nothing's faster than a horse.
Yeah, the displacer beast has 50 feet of movement speed with the coffee boost. So, Jack, what are you turning into? The horse?
I guess the horse, because I can't find anything faster than that.
Okay. Wild shaping into a horse. Have you all ever seen Ghost Rider?
Am I going to look like a fiery horse from the first film?
Yep.
Just say nightmare.
Yeah, a nightmare.
But
Yeah.
with a circus theme.
A very oddly colored nightmare.
It's got rainbow flames.
They're black. The flames are black and white.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to imagine circus themed but gut with fire and white and on them. You're difficult.
Yeah, you're a conundrum to think about in the head.
I am complicated.
God, I
Or
want
better to say, I have issues.
fan art of the
gosh.
Jack Nightmare. That would be cool as shit. Alright. So, considering you can only go as fast as the slowest member of the party, you guys have 50 feet of movement speed every round. It'll take you, well, plus a dash, you could do 100 feet every round. So it'll take you right about, I'm going to say, 9 hours to get to
How
the
long's a fucking day again?
Here, 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not like the last campaign where a day was 36 hours. Day here is 24. But there are more days in the calendar year.
Yeah.
5 extra days. So, awesome. Setting out on the adventure. Can I go ahead and get somebody to roll me a just straight D20?
I got it.
12. Okay. The little bit of journey that you have goes by without a hitch. It's nice and slow rolling. If you guys want along the way, you can go ahead and give me a couple perception checks. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
For a 23, a 19. Jack, you participating?
In what?
There's a horse now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, horses can still give perception checks.
But
Give
it's
her-
still easier for. I don't
But
think
am I
it's
using
something
my
like
modifier or the horses?
I don't think you're a high enough level
Because-
for the using your modifier while wild shaped yet. Are you?
Hold on. Because I think if I wild shape, I should be using my wisdom, charisma, and intelligence.
Yeah, go ahead and double check.
Your game statistics are replaced by statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores.
And
So yeah,
perception is
it is wisdom.
intelligence, wisdom. So you
Yeah.
go ahead and make your perception. 25. Okay. All of you being pretty perceptive at this point. And I mean, actually, you all get advantage on it, so yeah, the higher numbers, anyways. Looking around, you do see a lot of the flora in the area are very, like, varieties of medicinal herbs. And you do see some of the creatures walking around. They look a little larger than the normal counterparts. A little bit stockier too, but not like drastically different. Like if it was a human doing this, like their average height would be like 6'5" instead of 6 foot type of deal, and a little beefier. Kind of take that same concept and apply it to the animals of the region. Just a little bit bigger, not a hell of a lot. They're not like dire or anything like that. But it's a very beautiful landscape around the area with the different colors of leaves. I mean, you see greens and blues and purples and reds and pinks and all varieties of different colors. Cran, it's almost traumatic looking back at it, all those colors. Having spent your time in.
I'm ignoring them.
But the day goes by without a hitch. And you do come across the graveyard. Looking around and at the graveyard, it's old, more or less abandoned, and starting to be like in the early stages of being reclaimed by nature. There's vines growing over the tombstones and monoliths around there. The entrance to the crypt looks a little more disheveled. Plants and whatnot all over the place. I'll say, with it being a new area and kind of trying to look around it, if you guys want, you can give me investigation checks as opposed to perception. And these will also be at advantage.
Investigation.
Yes.
I
Okay.
used up my one natural 20 for the day.
Apparently.
Yeah, we
I
rolled
did
the
as well.
same.
So,
Same poorly.
And by the way, how much time passed since we started our travel?
right about 9 hours.
Oh.
You would have unwild shaped.
I could stay in a wild shape for 3 hours.
3 hours?
Another 3 hours if I use another one, so not the entire time.
Well, good thing Charles can carry you guys.
Okay,
Indeed.
I used only one of the wild chips because I want to keep the other one.
Yeah, with Charles coming out to his full size, he is 8 feet tall. No, yeah, 8 feet tall, 10 foot wide, 60 feet long. He's
Big
fucking
fella.
massive. So, he's more or less a giant flaming school bus at this point. Carrying you guys along with him, I mean, again, you guys get there no problem. And as you guys approach, Drax and Cran, you guys spot the entrance to the crypt. And no fucks given about anything else in the area. You go ahead and head over there. Jack, you, my friend,
Yeah.
you get a whisper. So,
From where?
well, I'm saying you've rolled good enough that you get a whisper. Um, Looking around and being as intuitive and perceptive as you are, you notice a few things odd about this. It is an old cemetery.
Yeah.
Several centuries have passed since the last body was buried here. Why are there piles of fresh bones scattered throughout?
Hey guys.
They're deafened. They can't hear you. I'm not quite done yet.
Okay.
There are 5 large piles of bones scattered throughout this cemetery. Um,
A large, you mean multiple bodies in
li-
one pile?
like for the bones wise, each pile would have to have probably a couple dozen, if not 100 bodies in each pile.
Yikes.
Um, Looking around at the ground, I mean, coming up to the graveyard, the ground and everything was lush and full of life. Something here is sapping the energy from it in the immediate area. It is dark, dead grass. The dirt is dry and lacking moisture, even though you know now that there is a well of life-giving hot spring water not terribly far below you. And the air smells rancid, like fresh decay.
Do I see the Titan?
No, uh, you do not see it. Uh, and that's gonna be where we're gonna bring them back in.
Okay.
So yeah, that's everything that you see.
Sure. Can I point that out to others?
Absolutely, you can.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Yep.
This cemetery looks like really old, and the chieftain told us that they weren't using it for a couple of hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Why are there fresh bones?
I'm guessing it has something to do with the Titan then.
Yeah, but those piles are big.
How big?
I point to the piles.
They're
How big are they?
rather large. Like I was explaining to him. Uh, with them all being bone and no like actual corpses, there would have to be several dozen, if not a couple hundred bodies worth of bones in each pile, and there are approximately 5 piles.
Hmm.
Yeah, also look down.
Do the graves look disturbed?
No, graves do not look disturbed.
The grass on the ground is dead.
Can I try my new feature to kind of get a better view what is inside of these graves? If they are seemingly not well disturbed.
Looking around with it, the graves are untouched. There are still bones and bodies in there. Well, all bones, because it's been 700 years since the last body was buried.
So nothing looks like.
Nothing looks disturbed.
Can I try to look the other way as well? If I don't see anything else?
Like looking throughout the forest using that gaze.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking throughout the forest, I mean, being able to see through the trees and whatnot. I mean, you do see the animals off in the forest, but nothing too unusual.
Mm.
I'm gonna look. That investigation check is for me looking like at the bones themselves.
Okay.
Like,
What
the piles.
What are you trying to discern from them?
Like race.
All over the
How
place.
recent they were put here.
Put here, or how recent they were since they became bones?
Both.
Looking around at the ground with a decent enough investigation check, the way the dirt and everything is disturbed, I mean, it's probably been a couple of months. As for the age of the bones, it varies drastically. Some appear to be several thousand years old, and some appear to be maybe a couple of days old. Some of them still look wet.
Mike, all the plants are dead?
In the cemetery, yes.
Could I still try to cast Speak with Plants?
You can try. You can certainly try.
Okay, let's see if dead plants talk or not.
That's not gonna tell me shit.
Approaching a vine on one of the tombstones, you try and speak out to it.
Well, I can speak with any plants in a 30 feet radius from me.
Mm-hmm.
Once I cast it.
Yep.
But yeah, I can focus on one specific plant for now.
There's no response.
Can I? I don't want to. Okay, no, I don't want to waste spell slots. I thought maybe I could try lesser restoration on a plant, but I'm not sure really.
Plants are alive too.
Yeah, but I can waste a lot of spell slots.
It wouldn't be that bad if I would waste the spell slot though.
You don't have that many spell slots either. Even less
Well,
than
you
me.
get more, so it doesn't hurt for you to burn one or two.
I already burned one, so no more for now.
I mean, warlocks can get their spells back on a short rest.
I mean, yeah, but how often do we do those?
Maybe now's the time to start.
Right.
27th
I mean, to
session
be
or
fair,
28th?
every time we'll ride something, that's technically we could consider that a short rest.
Technically,
That's
yes.
also true.
Yeah, technically, yes, you can.
I
So-
don't even know. How do I start the short rest? Do
There's
I
a button.
only need to? I know. I'm just not using it. Well, I'm not gonna use it now.
Are there any animals around?
Like, immediately around?
Just in general around.
I mean, you hear them a little ways away, but they appear to be keeping their distance.
Oh, do I have anything? Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to click the info button. I keep forgetting that it's not like the fucking on the core side where you click it and then it shows you.
Mm-hmm.
But I will do this one.
Oh. Okay. Does it tell you? Yeah, it does. Okay. You cast Detect Magic. Outside of the things that you know are magical, like your friends, their companions, the weapons that they carry, the entire graveyard lights the fuck up.
That's not good.
with necromantic
Well, that's not good.
magic.
This entire graveyard is covered in necromancy magic.
You know, it's specifically necromancy magic.
Yes.
There are slight hints of dunamancy spread throughout too, but predominantly necromantic.
God damn.
Ghosts.
What are they gonna do?
I'm gonna walk around like the edge and see if it like dissipates towards the edge of the graveyard or not, because I can concentrate on this up to 10 minutes. So.
Okay, yeah, taking a look around, I mean, the necromantic energy does dissipate when you get a certain distance away. It even has a non-magical visible defining line. The moment where the grass stops being dead or the grass becomes alive again.
So am I able to find like like the apex of it?
With how much magic resides in this area, I'm gonna say no. Like, everything around you is glowing. So it's real hard to spot the one thing that feels like it would be the origin point. But I mean, if you were to take the time, which you walking around for 10 minutes, you would definitely take the time. It is almost a perfect circular radius, a 500-foot radius.
Mike? Question, in a retrospect, could I also try to walk around while I have the 10 minutes of speak with plants?
Yeah. I mean,
I want to go to the line where the plants are alive.
okay. Getting around to the point where the plants are alive, that's when calling out to them, you do get responses back from the grass, the trees, the things that are still alive.
Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How's it going with you? I noticed that your friends over there are dead. Do you know what
fuck 'em.
happened to them?
Yeah, they
Why?
well, I mean, that blade of grass was a dick anyways, so good riddance.
Okay, but not all the grass were dicks, right?
I mean, I only know about the ones next to me. I mean, I know this guy right here is real nice. That one's all right. This one, kind of a dick sometimes, but he's my brother, so he's allowed to be. As for what happened, I mean, the giant man thing came here, sat down for like a week or two or something. I don't know, like sat down for a while, and then next thing I know, like that everything started dying. Yeah, I'm just glad I am where I am because it almost got me too.
Does it come back, the giant bone thing?
Sometimes, yeah.
How often?
I mean, I've seen him here. I don't have hands to count, but comes back a decent amount.
Was he or it here today?
Today, no. No, I haven't seen it in a little bit now, but that changes frequently. I mean,
Did it leave something here?
I mean, it comes, it sits down, it sits there for a good long while, and then it gets up and it leaves, and sometimes it just disappears, and then it comes back. It's weird. It's odd.
Did you see any dead people rise from the graves?
No, no.
And what about the big piles of bones?
They've been slowly growing over the last couple of whatever y'all call it. I think I heard the months, I think is the word.
Did something or someone die and turn into the bones?
No, I mean, well, Sometimes. I've seen a couple individuals kind of walk in and then fall over, and then and then they like quickly decay, and then the bones just move into the pile.
Hmm.
You flesh bags are weird.
Yeah, but your friends died too.
Yep, plants die all the time. What's your point? We
No,
die.
you said it.
We go dormant / die every winter.
You know, actually, I'm not a flashback.
No, you're one of the good ones. You made out of the wood.
Wood.
The good wood.
You do you know I point to the red leaves. Do you know this? What it is?
No, not a clue.
Does
I
it
mean,
smell funny too?
I don't have a nose. I can't smell.
But you can you can breathe, right?
Yeah, I breathe, but I can't smell.
A bummer.
Yeah,
Okay,
photosynthesis doesn't work that way, buddy. I take in what you guys breathe out, and then I breathe that, and then what I breathe out, you guys breathe. It's fucking weird.
It is. Okay. Thanks for the help, and I pet the grass.
Okay. Uh, as you pet the grass, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
I did it intentionally. Don't worry.
Okay.
As a player, I know what the risk is.
So yeah, you go and pet the grass, and then just
Yeah.
don't know.
What happens to it? Oh,
Well,
21.
You don't burn it. However, since he's right on the line of where the decay stops and starts, very brittle. You just hear it as you watch the blade of grass break off.
Hey, buddy. Hey. You still with us?
No, no.
You know, it's like I straighten up, look to the right, look to the left, and whistle and stand up and return back to the group. Plants die all the time, right?
If either one of you two want to give a perception check on Jack walking back to the group, go for it. Jack, I'm gonna say, give me a deception check. Yeah, give me a deception check.
Sure.
Why? Wow.
Oh.
Nope, Jack appears to be normal. He just committed murder and got away with it.
I just killed one of my own.
He might have got with it, but not out of his heart. It will stay there.
The trail of bodies I left behind.
So yeah, after all that, the 10 minutes of being able to talk to plants and 10 minutes of looking at the magic, what do you guys want to do?
Discussion. So, did you find anything?
I don't think I did.
About 500 feet all the way around. And it's concentrated necromancy.
With slight
Yeah,
hints of
and I know
demomancy.
why. I know the big guy comes in here, like, more than once. He sits down, he waits for a moment, for a bit, then
Hours.
stands up and leaves.
Why
And
would
as
he
for the
do
trail,
that?
What?
I don't know why he does that, but those piles of bones, people came here, or creatures, animals, I don't know, and as soon as they came too close, they just decayed, and the bones just flew to the pile.
Did they all go to the same spot?
I don't think so, because there are 5 piles already.
And
Okay, time to find out if I am smart or not.
Kinda, yes, kinda no.
Kinda.
kinda.
Yeah,
Little
kind
bit.
of every Joe.
Yeah.
What if the Titan is made of bones, right?
Yes.
What if this is like a healing spot for him?
You know what? I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, you know the water is meant to heal you, and there are the bones. And since he's made out of bones himself, maybe this is the spot where he comes. He sits down, he heals, then once he's healed up, he will stand up and leave the place.
I don't know. What if they are his friends that he's been like gonna meet?
What
I guess
friends?
that. I don't know. Other dead friends.
Sure, if
It's just
that
the
big
big
thing
fella.
has a personality or anything.
I don't know.
And now everyone is making intelligent checks.
Is who cast the necromancy spell?
Maybe the Titan. Maybe it's just a side effect of him sitting down in one place.
Um, I'll say since you haven't really used your detect magic up until this point, uh, you wouldn't be too familiar with the intricacies of the spell work in the sense of being able to like ascertain the caster.
Right. I mean, I figured. I'm not a magic user all that much.
Mm-hmm. But whoever, I'll give you this, okay? Whoever did cast the spell that is causing this is very, very well versed in the darker aspects of magic. It is intricately woven magic sigils and spell weaving, very tight,
So
complex, and
would
hard
I
to
have
break.
seen all that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do history and see if I know anything about bone titans. No.
Fuck all. This is your first encounter with one.
As is probably most people's.
Yeah.
Mike, crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
If
He's a giant.
I am imbued with a plant from hell, could I technically have some of its memories?
The memories of souls.
Because I am technically a plant
Hmm.
myself, and since I
Yes.
have that plant within me, so can I make a history check?
Go for it. I like it. Rule of cool.
Does
I
it
like
come? Does it come from hell though? The giant.
Maybe.
No, I
Maybe
don't
the
think
magic
so.
is hellish.
Okay.
18.
Holy shit. Okay.
I know some stuff.
it. Well, I mean, you would if there was stuff to know about the necropolis type.
So I know as much as there is to know,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Nothing.
Oh damn.
I have a perfect knowledge of nothing.
I mean,
I'm
you.
gonna roll with the fact that I don't think the Necropolis Titan is able to cast magic like that.
Okay, another intelligence check. Okay. Let's
Okay.
see if I am smart enough to do this. I am. I'm going to pull out the sword from the hat.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Buddy, how's it going?
It's going. What's going on?
Anything scary in the hat?
I mean, me and the other dude, but he's all right.
Other dude? What other dude?
Yeah. What, you don't know about the dude?
What dude?
There's a dude, real lanky looking, kind of creepy looking.
Does
Lot
he
of
look like a squirrel?
no.
Imagine
Ooh.
if you would say he looks like Jack, just darker shadow of himself. Damn.
That's a Jack from future. The
I'm-
future version of Jack is actually looming across the bags of holding.
I mean, he's
He is the bag of holding.
I mean, he's like real lanky looking, long spindly arms, long fingers for grabbing, and you know, real gaunt looking face, like grayish, large, gaping mouth, soulless pits for eyes. Good conversationalist though.
You were talking?
Dude, you leave me in the hat for so fucking long, man. What else do you want me to do? It gets boring in there.
Okay, you can tell me everything about those conversations later, but right now, look around. We have a situation here.
Yeah, you always take me to the nicest and prettiest of places. Really got to take
I
me out
know,
to better
right?
places on dates, man. Come on.
I'm going to try my best next time, but right now, can you tell me something about this? There's a necromancy magic. The big
Do I hear this?
Kelly
No,
Titan
this is
is.
all. Well, I mean,
Oh,
you hear
I'm
Jack,
talking out loud. Yeah,
but you don't hear the responses.
so it's just me being crazy talking to a sword.
Mhm.
okay, Grog.
Indeed.
Can I kill everyone?
Indeed.
So, the big skelly guy comes here, sits down. People die when they come too close to him. Then he stands up and leave this place.
Okay.
Can you tell me something more about this skelly guy or the magic in here? Or why this place?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with a skelly guy. I mean,
The Drex, what is he called?
The Necropolis Titan.
Yeah, the Necropolis Titan.
never heard of such a thing. And I've been around for a long time. I hear a lot.
Yo guys, the sword
heard of
never
a
heard
thing.
of the Titan.
Like, I never encountered one during the Shattering or since, so it's new, I guess.
Okay, big pile of bones.
Looks
Uses
like
necromancy magic, controlled by a evil vampire lord.
okay. What do you want from me,
Do you
dude?
know?
I,
Do you know anything about vampires?
I know a
For
decent bit
instance,
about vampires. What do you want to know? I mean,
do they use necromancy magic?
some do, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
they kind
have you
of.
ever encountered anyone that does?
I mean, I've cut a few down in my lifetime, so yeah.
Uh, does it?
They
I don't
burn
know.
nice and good.
Feel
Though.
or taste or any? Does it seems anything like this?
I mean, on this scale, no. I mean, I've seen some very powerful necromantic wizards who, when they walk around, they leave a. I guess you could call it like a trail of death behind them. Not like people dying, but like the grass dies. I mean, to this extent, if it was one of those guys, they would have had been walking around this for a couple of days in order to get this. But this looks more like it's a rate, like it radiated out point at some point.
Yeah, the Titan was sitting down in this spot,
Okay.
and underneath there's healing water. Could it be that the Titan is healing by killing others, leaving bone piles, and maybe siphoning the life from the healing water? I don't know.
Well, I mean, when it comes to, and this is just me assuming that this is the case, but if I had to take a guess or a gander at it, I would assume, at least with my experience when it comes to undead and things of necrotic origins, healing water, potions, things like that have the exact opposite effect on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I'm guessing if I had to take a guess at it, he's probably trying to disrupt the natural flow of things in the area. That'd be my guess.
Maybe sabotage the healing for others.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Dude, I was in hell for fucking 3,000 years. I was left in that forge for 1,000, so I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know, but maybe I can keep you out of the hat for a little while.
I mean, please do.
And later we're going to have a talk about the lengthy guy and what the two of you talked about.
Whenever you want.
Okay, guys. The sword doesn't really know what the Titan is or how does he affect things. I mean, he pretty much told me what we already know, that this is a necromancy magic and it's on, on a pretty big scale. But the thing I was thinking about earlier, it doesn't heal from the healing water. It's the exact opposite. So maybe he's poisoning the supply for people in here.
Well, at least we figured out one thing.
Oh,
I
let's
mean,
go
Did,
under and see what's going on then.
Yeah.
do we want to wait for it to come here?
I'd rather not.
Do
If
we have a better plan?
if anything, like we go down under, and if we come up and he's here, or if we come up and he's not here, we can wait a bit, see if he shows up, like right at the mouth of the freaking entrance, so we're still kind of hidden.
Okay, so we're going down into the crypt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Not really.
Making your way down into the crypt. Going down and down and down. The walls and everything are well produced stones. Some of them are cracked from centuries of unuse and no maintenance. Uh, but you do get down to the bottom where you do find where they were going to build the actual crypt. And looking around, like for the most part, the walls that they had started are masoned out. But you do see a large cavernous opening with what looks like the origin point of the springs. It's a very bright, glowing blue water.
Hmm. Gonna check it out.
I'm going to drink from it.
I was thinking the same thing, but I want to do this first down here.
There is a good amount of magic coming from here. Like, the water is glowing, not only through the naked
Did the
eye, but
water earlier that we were sitting in glow as well?
no.
Huh.
Okay, but is it? I'm not. I know that the water's magical already. That I already knew. I'm looking for
The schools.
traces of other magic elsewhere.
Uh, I mean there is a not nearly as potent as above, but the walls and the ground do glow faintly with necrotic energy. Um, the the water
Is it
does
fake water?
it from what you can see. If you take a look into the water, you do see a I guess you could say like a precipice at one point where there is two clashing nature. You do see a point of, albeit strong necrotic energy, it is very contained. And you do see a point of, I don't know the school off the top of my head, but it is divine magic.
So the water is being poisoned on its way out.
And
The divine energy is still stronger, so. But it's
and
losing
you want to take a
its-
drink from the water, is what you were saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm gonna do that closer to the part that's not touched by the necrotic shit.
Okay.
And I'll
Dri-
point that out to Jack too.
Okay. Both of you drinking from it. As opposed to the hot spring, this water is cold. Very crisp, refreshing cold. And it's oddly, I guess say it's oddly sweet. Like normally water doesn't have a taste, but this is like oddly sweet. And with the area in which you're drinking from, with it being very potent magic, the two of you are now imbued with radiance and gain an additional 20 temporary hit points and a +1 to your AC.
Hell yeah? Why do I hear boss music?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think this is my 4 champion.
Because it started exactly at the point you
You
said
just
you
gave
have
two.
20 temporary hit points.
You just gave two of us temporary hit points and boss music started playing. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Yeah,
20 temporary hit points, and
going.
what was the last part?
+1 to your AC.
Oh. For how long?
You're unsure.
I am going to. Okay, there's two things I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
One, I'm gonna collect some water in my canteen.
Okay.
Hang on. And two, what happens if I soak the holy hand grenades in this water?
Unsure.
Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Imagine you throw the grenade at a vampire and it does the damage, and then it applies +20 temporary hit points and +1 to AC.
No, it's undead, so anything that does healing would actually harm it.
Ooh.
So, because that's what your sword said, right? That
Yeah.
healing properties for undead would have the opposite effect. So,
Unless the sword is
Uh,
lying to me.
Cran,
Mm-hmm.
give me a quick perception check.
Are we turning
While they're
into
drinking
zombies?
the water, right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's not
well,
okay. So
haven't-
here's the thing: it's not difficult to notice as you feel your knife trembling, shaking, and trying to get out of the sheath.
he also has advantage thanks to the coffee
Yeah.
stick too.
On
But-
perception too? Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but-
intelligence checks. Anything related to intelligence, wisdom.
Ah, I missed that. Okay,
Intelligence.
nice. So I guess I check it out. Maybe try to put it out of its sheath.
Okay. Pulling it out of its sheath. First thing you notice, and actually everybody would notice, the blade itself is glowing in the same kind
Oh,
of pale
no.
blue as the water. Give me a strength check.
I'm better dose. I'm not at better dose. Could be worse.
You start getting pulled along with the knife.
Like the knife is trying to
Where?
pierce the air in front of me.
No, like the knife is dragging you along with it, and it's heading towards the water.
It the knife wants to drink the water. What the fuck? What a thirsty blade. Okay. What the
What's
fuck?
going on?
Whoa.
God damn!
You still have
It doesn't
detect
even have
magic
the
going,
bonus,
right?
It doesn't need it. Oh my
Huh?
god.
You still have detect magic going, right?
Yeah, probably, because
So, first thing I'll say you notice, outside of the fact that, yeah, the blade is itself glowing the same color blue as the water, it's glowing the same exact type of magic.
What are you doing? Get back here! Why are you pulling me?
Gran, go in there with it.
Hi.
Why?
It's the same. It's the same type of magic from the water. I don't know what's going on. I'm not. But just
Does
trust
it
me.
need to recharge?
I don't like this.
Wait, what
But
kind
okay.
of magic is in the water?
No, like his knife and the water are the same kind of magic.
Yeah, but what kind of magic is in the water?
Divine.
Divine magic.
Oh. Ooh.
So,
If I pull out
In-
Sunsong, does it do the same thing?
no.
In. Oh.
I'm also gonna put Sunsong in the water too, though, just for shits and giggles.
Why have you forsaken me?
I will look at my sword and why are they putting their weapons into the water?
Actually, yours would
Nah,
be
the
glowing
weapon is
a
put in
faint
itself.
little bit, actually.
What?
Yeah. Sunsong would be glowing a little bit. Not nearly as much, but a little bit. I had to remember the lore for the weapon off the top of my head.
Let's see, do I have that in my fucking bio?
It's on the specifically who made the weapon.
Oh,
There
It's
too.
okay. So as I'm maybe fighting back a little bit less, slowly getting it to the water surface.
Okay. And Jack asking the question to Flame's Cradle. Well, if I had to take a guess, it would probably be the fact that these waters down here are blessed and gifted to the world by not only the Wild Mother, but as well as the Moonweaver. And considering that both those weapons were made by, or in part by, the Moonweaver, they're drawn to it.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
So what happens when it touches the water?
So, yours is a little bit more complex. So
It
we'll
goes
go ahead
boom.
and hit Sunsong first. Seeing Sunsong glowing in a very dim version of the same color, you place it into the water, and first and foremost, the black hole inside of your sword starts engulfing some water. Not like a crazy amount, it's not going to drain the well, but it does engulf it. And You do watch as the typically black blade starts glowing in more of a moonlight color.
So it's got like streaks of blue going through,
Mhm.
almost like cracks, kind of.
It's at this point that you notice the runes that you had not previously seen.
Oh.
What languages do you speak again?
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Sylvan.
You do not understand these runes.
Can I use Divine Sense to read them?
Divine Sense, I don't think allows you to understand languages.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Ask your sword if he can read these runes. Or if you can.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
If I say please, can you translate them?
Tell him I owe
So-
him a good shining if he translates.
Okay, hold on. Both of you are going to simultaneously hear one half of a conversation. Hey, son! You want them to know what you say or not yet? Yeah, maybe a little. Give him a little tease.
Does your sword say anything? Because
He
it
said
seems like they're talking.
teased. Yeah, I think so.
Well, by high command of Sir Song over there, I'm only allowed to read part of it to you guys.
He says he can only read part of it.
Wait, why doesn't Sung Song just tell me what it is?
You're not.
You have a bad relationship with your sword, man.
No, Sun Song's just stubborn.
It's called
Fucking black hole.
professional relationship.
Communication is key.
Well, I'll give your companion this at least when it comes to my companion over there. He happened to find a very important weapon, so a lot's going to be left up to mystery until the time is right. That time is not now, which is why I'm only
Fire
allowed to
Cradle.
read part of it. Yep.
Okay.
Part of the inscription along the blade of Sun Song over there states that under the moonlit night will you find the path to redemption.
It says that under the moonlit night, you will find a path to redemption.
Okay.
Which
Sun
is
Song
kind of
care to
strange since
elaborate?
Isn't it strange that the name of the sword is Sun Song and it has to be on a moonlit night?
It was made by Moonweaver.
Yeah, but you know the
In
name.
part.
Who was the other one?
Paylor.
Who's that?
Sangha.
Gadazad. Yeah. That's why he's Sun Song.
Care to
Son,
elaborate a little?
do you want me to kind of give them that little nudge in the right direction? Yeah, I'll tell my wielder on his own. I think he's earned a little bit of information.
I think that's it, buddy.
And we'll come back to you in a minute there, Drax. Cran.
I'll say I'm gonna have to go soon, so.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Okay.
But Cran,
Mhm.
putting Frost Moonfang into the water. First thing is that the water around it freezes into a solid chunk of ice. And you do watch as the blade grows and grows and grows.
It's not kind of Asta gross sword kind of thing, isn't it?
Kind of, sort of. Your dagger is now a longsword.
Ooh, okay. That's new.
And
They grow
Very
up so
interesting.
fast.
you do watch the blade as it kind of does, like you guys know what a Swyhander is, right? Where it's got the wavy
Yes,
blade.
yes.
It-
Yes.
Kind of a loose version of that. It's not so tight. It's a very wavy blade. And you do watch now as when you pull it out and the ice melts away, the entirety of the weapon, or the entirety of the blade, is still glowing this faint blue, but you no longer feel that pulsing thrum that it had earlier. And you now hear its voice. Oh, thank God, I was so thirsty. It's so good to be home.
Since when you talk?
As soon as my power was returned to me, at least in part.
Who are you?
Well, most just call me Frost. So, if you want, you can call me Frost.
I like your name,
Thank you.
Frost.
It was given to me by my mother.
Okay. What's the name of your mother?
The Moonweaver?
Oh, okay. I see.
Ah.
How was the water?
Huh?
How did water taste since you've been thirsty? Frost?
Tasted like home. Tasted refreshing. It's good to be back in one of the cradles.
Have you been in such a cradle before?
A lot, just not recently. Been a long time, that's why I was so small.
Interesting. I would like to say I have so many questions, but I'm not even sure where to start now.
Well, we will have plenty of time for questions later. And
Why? Are we in rush?
go one of you guys, any of you guys, all of you guys, if you want. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Oh no.
Sure will do. Yeah.
I'm here to save the situation.
Let's see it.
Yeah,
Oh
you
damn,
should
you
actually
are.
did.
Cran, you hear 3 sets of footsteps come rushing down the stairs. One very heavy, metallic thunking.
Damn.
One a little bit heavier set, very muscular, and one very light on their feet. And
What the hell?
just as Percy, Fred, and Camus round the corner, all of you feel the rhythmic tremors.
Oh.
It escalated quickly.
And
Hold on.
just
1
before... Go ahead.
Earthquake, everybody down!
And just before Percy is able to utter what he was going to say, that is going to be where we end today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session of Dungeons and Dumbasses. If you're not already, make sure you drop a follow here. If you want to catch up on everything that's happened so far, we do have the podcast available on Spotify, Anchor, Amazon, Google, and iHeartRadio. And if you want to watch everything that's happened so far, even with the camera bullshit that happens occasionally, you can catch it over on YouTube at youtube.com/Dungeons and Dumbasses. Look for the neon sign. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed and can't wait to see y'all next week. Adios.